Hey, what's up, Speakerphiles? Wellington here, and welcome to another sound battle where we let speakers speak for themselves. If you're new here and you are wondering about these speakers, I will drop some links in the description section down there so you can go watch full detailed reviews. Because for this one, we are mainly focusing on how these two speakers compare sound-wise. And as usual, I will be using a high-quality binaural microphone. So for the best experience, hey, use headphones. With that said, let's hear the speakers speak.
You will never understand what I went through. You never were a good listener. A good listener. You will never understand what you put me through. And you never be a good lover. A good lover. At first I believed I was the lucky one, but I was just fooling myself. Fooling myself. You think you can talk sense to me, like we are gonna be okay. We're not okay. So is this gonna we'll do it tonight, yeah. From the back to the left to the right, yeah. All the guys looking hot, looking tight, yeah. Come on and move from the wall to the light, yeah. I don't know, baby, you didn't hurt me. Gonna lose it tonight, yeah, no mercy. Gonna turn it up crazy. We're gonna turn it up, turn it up. Let me see your hands, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands, let me see your hands. Wiggle away like you dance no care.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. sí sin censura. Yo te hago todo a ti dulzura. Que para eso el tuyo solo cuenta todo. Y si tú quieres te pone a buscar. Es como tú lo mueves, pa pam pam, haciendo locura en la mañana. Si alguien te pregunta no pasó nada, solo amaneciste en mi cama. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame. Hagamos jueguitos que de chiquito no pude hacer. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame. Que ahora adultos sabemos bien lo que vamos a hacer.
Well, there you have it. What did you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I expect to see your thoughts down there. Anyway, so first of all, the performance of the Tribit Blast right here just kind of surprised me. It's definitely not what I was expecting from them with this speaker. Not what I was expecting. So it's a pretty good surprise just hearing how it compares to the speakers that I've been comparing it to. So yeah, I think they did pretty good, and JBL and other speakers that charge a lot more for their speakers just kind of have to watch out at this point. Anyway, so comparing the two speakers, if loudness is what you are looking for, any of them will do, because this guy is still pretty loud in comparison to the Boombox right here. In fact, because it has slightly sharper highs, most especially at maximum volume, it might give you the feeling of louder than the Boombox too, although this is like really small, but you might get the feeling that this guy is a tad bit louder than the Boombox too. Might have to bring them outside and do an outdoor comparison, but that'll probably be for a different day. When it comes to highs, like already mentioned, they are slightly sharper on the Blast right here, but this is only at maximum volume. At lower volumes, like you heard, they are basically the same here as they are on the Boombox too. The mids between the two speakers are also about the same, most especially at lower volumes, but when you blast the speaker all the way to maximum volume, the Tribit seems to lift the mids up a little bit more than the Boombox too, and this is probably because it pulls back on bass a little bit at maximum volume like most speakers do, but the mids come out a little bit more than they do on the Boombox 2 at maximum volume. And lastly, let's talk about bass. So when it comes to bass performance, this is where the JBL Boombox 2 is just kind of put to shame a little bit. Let me explain. So if you consider the price difference of these two speakers, it is hard to say that, hey, at less than half, because bass is the hardest thing to just pack into any speaker, any cheap speaker. You can buy a cheap speaker with lots of mids and great highs, but bass is always one thing that you know that you have to pay some money to get some great deep bass coming out of a speaker. And that is something that JBL has been doing pretty good. So seeing a speaker this cheap, it's not like dirt cheap. You're still paying some good money, close to $200. With some links, you can probably find it for $150, but compare that to like almost $500 that you're paying with the Boombox 2, and you are getting that kind of sound. And to me, it sounds like Tribit literally tuned this speaker to sound like the Boombox 2 right here. If you listen to the 60% volume, like you can hear that it's hard to tell in between the Tribit here and the Boombox 2. If you close your eyes, they are easily interchangeable. Like you can kind of still tell like there's a little bit of a slight difference in sound, but it is very close to sound the same. Like they literally tuned this thing to sound like this thing. So it is impressive what they did with the Stormbox Blast right here. Now I want to be clear. Yes, you still have, I think the Boombox 2 still has slightly better bass performance. It goes slightly deeper, even at maximum volume. You still retain a little bit more bass than you do on the Tribit. But the difference, it is slightly better, but the difference is not as expensive as the difference is in price. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it puts the Boombox 2 a little bit to shame. Like at this price, they are able to deliver that kind of sound. Here's the thing. Unless the Boombox 3 comes with some significant improvements to the sound in comparison to the Tribit or in comparison to this. If it comes and it sounds the same as the Boombox 2, like the Boombox 3 sounds close to the same as the Boombox 2, it's going to be a tough sell to tell somebody like go with the Boombox 3 instead of the the Stormbox Blast. Like I hope that JBL did some great improvements with the Boombox 3. If it's not that much, it's gonna be easy to just recommend this to people who just want great deep bass and don't want to spend an arm and leg just to get it. Like, this is so good for the price. This is good, but the price is way too high. So, anyways, I think that's it. I'm gonna call it good. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.